Imagine a massive, totally unprecedented storm just suddenly hitting the market, like the kind that completely shatters all the fundamental rules.
Yeah, the kind where everyone's usual playbook is just completely useless.
Exactly. Well, welcome to the deep dive. Today we are looking at Team AI Lab's simulation log from June 30, 2026 to see exactly how two very different philosophical approaches try to survive that exact storm.
Right, the Team Mountain Climbers and Team Wave Riders.
Yeah, so the climbers are, they're searching for that stable, unmoving equilibrium, a quiet place in the chaos, while the wave riders are out there trying to harness the surging momentum of the rough seas.
The wild contrast.
Yeah.
But before we get into the actual numbers, we really have to lay down some strict ground rules for you listeners.
Oh, right. Good point.
This is purely an observation log of algorithmic behavior under very specific simulated conditions. So it's an experiment. It is definitely not an endorsement to buy or sell anything, and it's not some promise of future profits.
Absolutely not. It's science, basically. So let's talk about how they're actually deploying resources in this crazy environment. At 9.00 JST, the lab threw in some new talent.
Basically tossing fresh recruits straight into the blender.
Pretty much. They drafted one newly scouted unit per team just to test if totally fresh logic could handle the chaos better than the veterans.
The active roster, right? The
Yeah.
ones already in their 10-session tenure.
Exactly. So you've got 12 climber units and 19 rider units out there getting hammered.
Right.
And I mean, when you throw these strategies into a storm this violent, how do they even hold up?
Well, honestly, most of them get swallowed by the chaos. But if you look at the survival rates, they're these rare adapters. Out of the 12 climbers, only 7 are maintaining positive points.
Wow, just 7.
Yeah. And for the 19 riders, it's 12.
See, to me, those units miraculously keeping their heads above water, they're like lighthouses in the pitch dark.
That's a great way to look at it.
Right, because they represent this tiny glimmer of hope. They're somehow finding a way to operate while everything else gets dragged under.
But I think we need to look at why so many are struggling. I mean, the broader market context here is just brutal.
Yeah, I have to push back a bit on calling them a success because the divergence from the actual indices is honestly dramatic. I mean, the climbers are trailing the Nikkei 225 by 5.3 points.
And the riders are lagging by 4.3 points.
Right. So this isn't just like a slightly bad day at the office. This is a total anomaly. It's an abnormal situation where the fundamental rules of the market seem to have just shattered.
Existing logic is basically useless right now.
Totally useless. So at what point do we say this experiment is just a failed strategy?
Well, it's valid to ask that, but the 10-session exit scores kind of explain what's happening under the hood. The climbers managed to scrape a 17.6-point win in electric appliances and services.
Because the reversion logic finally found a tiny bit of stability.
Exactly. But on the flip side, the riders took a 9.7-point hit in non-ferrous metals. Yeah, their momentum logic basically kept buying into false breakouts.
Right.
When the trend suddenly reversed, they were caught holding the bag.
But wait, here is the wild part about the season standings. The riders had a terrible day dropping those 9.7 points, right?
Yeah, a harsh daily loss.
But their season total is a massive 62.8 points because earlier they caught this unbelievable 39.2 point daily surge. Meanwhile, the climbers took a slight daily loss today of just 0.9 points, but they are struggling across the season.
And that perfectly highlights their philosophies.
Yeah.
Riders bleed slowly on choppy days but make huge windfalls when a true trend emerges. Climbers try to avoid the bleeding entirely.
So it's extreme stability versus extreme momentum.
Exactly. And honestly, we have to reframe how we look at these chaotic results. Team AI Lab maintains this very cold, forward-looking research stance.
Right. It's not about immediate wins.
No, these aren't defeats. These harsh results are incredibly valuable observation data. You need to see algorithms fail in shattered environments to build the next algorithmic victory.
It really leaves you with a provocative thought, If both extreme stability and extreme momentum struggle this much when the market's rules completely break down.
What does the next evolution of algorithms even look like?
Exactly. It's wild to think about. If you want to dive deeper into that exact question, definitely subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, and check the video description to visit the Team AI Lab Substack.
For sure, sign up for a Substack subscription because that's where you can access all the detailed analytical data logs we talked about today. You really need to see the raw numbers for yourself.